What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the Salt Shack Podcast. My name's Bryce, aka Brusta Jablonca, and I'm here with...
Kaleb or War Monkey 75.
Today's a bit of a different video. This is our first full-blown review since Spider-Verse over a year ago. In fact, you guys are going to get two full-blown reviews in the same month, because we're probably just going to review Deadpool and Wolverine in one video as well.
Yeah.
But today... we are reviewing the Acolyte Season 1. The first pre-Phantom Menace content
Crazy
that we have ever gotten.
Yep.
So, we're probably going to start with some spoiler-free stuff, just some generic talk about the show. I'm probably going to be on my phone looking up stuff as we go because there's 8 episodes in the season, and... we watched it weekly, so
yeah,
episode 1's a little fuzzy at this point.
Yeah.
But probably should have been taking notes during that.
I was thinking about it, yeah.
But that's okay.
Going and looking back at the summaries and being like, oh yeah, that happened in that
That's why I did that for Obi-Wan, because otherwise I would have forgotten probably.
Spoiler free, what do I say?
We can rate it. We just got done watching the last episode.
Like minutes ago.
Yeah, that's why I'm still in my work stuff, and it is also 11:30 at night. So if we're a little bit quieter than usual, that's why. We're also trying to get this video out to you guys ASAP. So
I mean, I'm thinking about like a 2.53 range.
Okay, yeah, out of 5. I keep forgetting you always do stuff out of 5.
Yeah.
Okay, so out of 5, what would you... out of 10, what would you give the Acolyte? A 5?
5-6 range, yeah.
I am kind of sitting at a 5 out of 10 right now. There is a lot of really exciting things that happens in the show. For sure. And there's a lot of really, really not good things that happen in the show.
Yeah.
Let's see, what spoiler free. I have no idea what to say.
You're like a big Star Wars fan and you know the lore and you know like there are characters that you're like especially even in the first episode, this one Jedi Master shows up literally within like the first 5 minutes, and it's pretty hype. So yeah, I mean, I hope they branch off of it more. I just want more like pre-Phantom Menace content though.
Yeah, I guess we can say this without it being too spoilery. There was an ending to the season, but it left it very wide open for a second season to come. In fact, very wide open. Like that's probably going to be a second season of it.
Most likely.
Trying to think of other things. There's like, besides flashbacks, this story takes place in like the span of like a week.
Yeah.
Like it would frequently show flashbacks of very important information that you needed.
Yeah.
Which was good. But like the main story probably took place within maybe a week and a half of real time in the show. Maybe, if even that.
Maybe like days.
Yeah.
Maybe like 5-6 days.
If you're a big Squid Game fan, the main character of Squid Game is a Jedi in this.
Let's go.
Goated.
Yeah.
Jedi Soul, one of my favorite characters from the show. There are twins, the main characters, May and Osha. I thought they were all right. They had some very awkward moments. It is very hard to play two of the same, like not same, but two characters in one show. I will give that actor or actress, actress credit for that.
Yeah.
It is very tough to do something like that and pull it off nicely. So I can give that to her. I don't really know what else I can say that's not a spoiler.
So, if you're watching from here on out, there are spoilers. Be warned.
Yeah, I'm making a mental note.
Okay.
About like 5 minutes.
Sure. This is your warning.
Yes.
If you hear spoiler and you're mad, sorry, but this is your final warning. Yep. Click off the video. Watch
Spoilers are happening in 3, 2, 1. So episode 8 was
probably the best episode of this series.
I don't know. I like episode 5. Where they all have the lightsaber fight in the forest.
Yes, yeah.
That was fire.
Between those two, those are the 2 best episodes by far.
Are we gonna talk about the cameos in episode 8?
Yeah. We saw some Plagueis fingers, and then we saw Plagueis face.
Fucking Darth Plagueis the Wise, baby, in the flesh.
That was awesome.
So subtle, which is very unfortunate, because that means that we are gonna wait another season to find out more about him. But it's just like, let's fucking go. Finally some Darth Plagueis.
Like, that was awesome. Like, I saw some fingers and I was like, don't tell me those are Palpatine's fingers.
No, it couldn't have been.
They were too like dark to be his fingers too, and they were too like big. And then it showed his face, and I literally pointed at the TV and went, oh!
Yeah, he was going crazy for it. I was just like sitting there like this. I was like, no way.
It makes sense, though.
Yeah, it makes like total sense.
Is perfect. I mean, I totally think that Plagueis is just gonna try and like eat Osha to like have eternal life, because that was his whole goal.
Yeah, so let's bring it back a little bit. So we start with May and Osha, twins. We're not going to explain the whole show, so if you want to go watch it, go for it. This is just going to be our review of it. Twins, one tries to go Jedi, one does not.
Yeah.
A big issue from the start of the show was Force Child being made.
Yeah.
Because everyone wants Anakin to be the one and only, which I'm totally okay with that. And they kind of explain a little bit more about it.
Yeah.
Like, so Osha and May have 2 moms, and they are both witches, and they pretty much made them with the Force. But apparently they're not sisters. They're the same person, which they didn't really like elaborate more on. I was kind of thinking like one of them was just going to fucking evaporate at the end of the episode.
Yeah, no,
But no, they're both still there. We got Jedi Soul. Pretty much the season starts with May just trying to kill all the Jedi. Like the main Jedi.
Yeah.
I'm really forgetting names. The main girl at the beginning got outclassed instantly, pretty much.
Who does May kill in episode?
Indara?
Yes, Indara.
Yeah, Indara gets outplayed pretty much instantly. Torben, interesting character.
Yeah.
So he... Oh my God.
He's like levitating.
It's really hard to like explain this, because it like starts... present, goes back a lot, present, back. Pretty much, Soul and the group of Jedi were trying to save the twins from this, like, witchcraft that was going on there. And then Soul ended up killing the mom, which is very un-Jedi-like, and became a very large part of the story.
Yeah.
And everyone thought May died because May had like fallen, but Soul saved Osha.
Mm-hmm.
And then Soul never told Osha that Soul killed the mom.
Yeah.
That part was crazy though, when they started turning to like demons and shit, and they're all swaying, and
yeah, dude,
it was crazy.
Soul like killed the mom, and then the whole like coven just it's like, oh,
that was killed the second mom, and then all of them just died. It was like,
like, holy shit.
Yeah, no, that was awesome.
There was like episode 1 was like okay, because it was like, oh, we're gonna go to this place and we're gonna find May because she's alive. Episode 2, I think, is the one where it was like just the children bit, where it was like just on the planet.
Yeah,
I could not have cared less.
Episode 3 was the one where they revealed that they were Force babies, and everyone was fucking furious about it. Like, that was like a big no-no, like right off the bat.
Yeah.
And that's when people started just completely shitting on the show.
Okay. Because it was like, oh, here's this awesome like witch coven that's not the Night Sisters, which we get many characters from, and they can use the Force. Crazy! Oh, they're all dead. Okay, thanks for building that world for nothing. That pissed me off a little.
Yeah, it was like I was sitting at like a 2 about that point. I was pissed because it's just classic Disney, like trying to rewrite shit that doesn't need to be rewritten. Like Anakin should be the only Force made child in the galaxy.
You also got Yoda.
Yes, that was another one. Yoda showed up like literally with seconds left in the show.
Yeah.
Which we were kind of hoping for, and then it happened late. Yeah, so I was like teetering between a 2 for like the first 4 episodes, just because it was like I like whatever. I fucking like was digging Soul because I really like Squid Game and I like that actor, and he was just cool. And then they finally would like actually had some like badass fights in episode 5, which was awesome. Was so good. Like the forest fight, like
they killed. Oh my god.
Like, yeah. Oh my god. I'm like forgetting the main Sith guy's name with the helmet.
Oh, I have no clue what it is.
I'll look it up. But he killed those Jedi like crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm looking up the Acolyte Sith Lord and nothing's coming up. Kimmer? Qimir? The guy with the mask. That's a bad guy. He like went crazy and just started killing people. It was fucking awesome. And that was revealed to be the guy in the shop from like episode 2. Which like didn't really shock me, but it was also like, oh, that's cool, I guess. Yeah, he was going crazy. He like kept bringing out random lightsaber like stuff that like the last episode he had a small lightsaber came out from under the other one. The green like head Jedi has the whip, which we never got to see in action, which is just like really
that sucked.
Like there was very real intention. I feel like she's gonna be a bad guy. Like she's
corrupting the Jedi already.
Yes, like this is pre Phantom Menace, and she's just being the worst person possible. I was like literally teetering to a 3 like midway through the last episode because like Darth Plagueis is here. Like they're really rewriting the shit that I really didn't like at the beginning. The fights are really solid. Like Soul's a badass. Like he's carrying hard. And then fucking May. Like we all knew May had dark side in her, and that's clearly
Osha.
Osha.
Yeah.
Oh, clearly Osha had the dark side in her the entire time.
Yeah.
But she fucking strangled Soul to death, and I was fucking pissed. I was like, no fucking way. And then obviously Soul did the bad thing. He should not have killed the mom. Whatever. But like to rewrite everything to get their shit out of the can of the Senate, she fucking blames everything on Soul, which pissed me the fuck off. Like, why did you do that? Like, I get it, but it's like, are we supposed to like accept that she just did that? Like, I'm not very happy about that. Like, I like Soul more than the average person probably, but the fact that she literally was like, he's dead, and then she's like, sorry friend, and then literally blamed everything that happened on him because he's dead, and then said he killed himself. Like, he didn't even, oh my god, it's It's like, Jesus Christ. Like, oh my God. I just hope Yoda's more in the next season. I hope Darth Plagueis is in the next season. It's just so frustrating. Like, I really liked where they were going and stuff. And they had this whole moment between May and Osha at the end of this like last episode.
Yeah.
And I could give less of a fuck. Like, why am I supposed to care about these people when she just killed Soul? Like, I get Soul did the bad thing, and I get they're setting up for Osha to be the next big Sith fucking lord, pretty much. But why would you end your season like that? Wouldn't you want to end it in a semi-good way? I get we saw Yoda and we saw Plagueis, but that doesn't rewrite the fact that fucking green bitch McGee just fucking blamed everything on my boy Soul over here. And May, and they fucking wiped May completely. Like, system reset that bitch completely. Yep. She has no idea what happened anymore. And now Osha and fucking Helmet McGee are like the next power couple of Star Wars. Like, I just don't get it. Like, it's just sucks because there were so many good cameos, and I don't want that to be like the positive of this review. But finally seeing Darth Plagueis in live action is so hype that I've got my rose tinted goggles on right now because of that. Like, and Yoda obviously is hyped too. It's like, but like that shouldn't be the thing we're hyped about. I thought for sure, obviously we're building it to it next season, but I thought for sure the guy with the helmet and the green girl were going to fight, because obviously the green girl was his master at one point, which I was going to say earlier, but I forgot. It like was revealed that the guy with the helmet had whip marks on his back, and she then showed the whip.
Yeah.
Clearly she's an awful fucking person.
Yeah.
I don't know how she's running the Jedi, but it's pretty obvious that she's not a good person. It's just like, I get it. Like, the whole point, I don't think the whole point of the last episode should be to build up to season 2, though. I wanted some sort of conclusion.
Yeah.
I get the conclusion of episode 8 is that now Osha has fully gone to the dark side. That's not what I wanted, though. And then May's this fucking system wiped, like I said. So, like, she's no help, practically. She doesn't even remember Osha when she was asked. She only remembers the fire and the mom dying, and that's it.
And Soul.
Yeah, and partially Soul. I'm just feeling left with, like, a lot. I wish there was a lot more that happened. Like, there's so many parts where I'm like, this is so fucking cool, because there's so many like things they introduced, like lightsabers and just things that we haven't seen before, obviously, in Star Wars, because this is way before Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
And yet they still like left me desired for more. So it's tough. And yeah. I'm still pissed about Soul. I hit my head so hard when he died. Yeah, like, my head was ringing for like 5 minutes.
Oh, God.
I like every fucking episode that happened after like episode 2. I was like, if Soul dies, this is going down a whole star grade for me, because he's easily my favorite part of the show. You know what was not one of my favorite parts of the show?
What?
That fucking muskrat bitch.
Oh, yeah, dude. He was so, like, fucking pivotal for no reason.
Nosy McGee was just, like, so important for what? Yeah. I don't even know his name. Did he have a name? He was just a little...
He's just the tracker.
He's just, like, a fucking, like, 2.5 foot rat that, like, was just being devious the entire season.
Yeah.
And was so pivotal in the last episode. Literally made Soul crash.
Yeah.
And then somehow tracked down May, which took fucking forever.
Yeah.
It's just so annoying because, like, there's part of me that was like, episode 8 was the best episode. And then there's, like, shit like that. That's just, like...
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't know. Do you have anything to say?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I do. I was really disappointed about the lack of Kelnaka content because I was really happy about the like Wookiee Jedi. I was like, oh shit, like this, we haven't seen this before ever.
Yeah. The only time we even got to see him was when the witch took over his body to
Yeah,
fight Torben and Soul.
yeah,
Like, that was the only time we actually got to see him, which is unfortunate because the next season of the Acolyte is going to be this point forward. Like,
yeah. It has to be.
there's gonna be no more backstory or like flashback episodes, which is fine. They shouldn't, because I think like 60% of the season was flashbacks.
Oh yeah.
In fact, there was like a whole episode that like was trying to be Haunting of Hill House, where it was just like back and forth the entire fucking episode, which worked really well in Haunting of Hill House because Mike Flanagan's a fucking god at directing stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't think it worked very well in this.
The issue that I have with making cool stuff that's like pre-Skywalker era is like we got the cool baby lightsaber, we got the cool whip, like none of that appears in the movies, obviously, because those weren't ideas yet. But it's like I wonder what happened if they were all just like, let's just stick to regular lightsabers and screw all that other
unless they
experimental stuff.
reveal that like this, like the green girl is super corrupt in season 2, and that's why they went away from the whips and like stuff, because clearly she fucking abuses students. Like, that is clearly what she was doing to the main Sith guy, which is crazy. Like we thought that the whole Jedi Council's corrupt in the prequel trilogy. This season was more corrupt than it ever was before.
Yeah. Oh no.
I get there's things you need to do to like get out of stuff, and it happens all the time. It happens with the government in real life. It happens with whatever, but I cannot get over the fact that she just blamed everything on Soul, said Soul killed himself, and then burned his ass alive in a fucking river. Like,
I'm surprised Yoda hasn't stepped in yet, and he wasn't like,
he can do anything.
Yeah.
I get that super hype that he was shown at the end, and that he was around during this period, and he's clearly very high up because the green girl called him master.
Yeah.
Like, he's not like Soul, like a Jedi, like normal Jedi. He is a master.
He's like 800 at this point.
Yeah.
So he's still like been around for a really long time.
So like, why didn't he intervene?
I don't know. Well, we'll get it in season 2.
Yeah, which who knows when that's fucking coming out.
Yeah.
I really like, I know this is probably not the best thing to hope for, but I was really hoping one of them was gonna like evaporate and we'd just go down to one of them.
Yeah, I was hoping they would just like
I kind of thought that would happen too, but like they kept saying, hey, you're not sisters, you're the same person. Okay. So
yeah, or they both like half as powerful.
Yeah, clearly fucking Osha shits on May.
Yeah,
because May was training with that guy for how long, and Osha literally turned a lightsaber red, which that I didn't even mention that. What the fuck was that all about?
So to become a Sith, you have to make a Jedi crystal bleed, and
well,
that's how it
she
turns
did
red.
it.
So, and you do that by killing a Jedi. So as soon as it turned red, I was like, oh, well.
It started turning red while Soul was dying.
Yeah. So maybe they'll train May in the ways of the Jedi.
You got to at this point.
There's
like,
no one
what
else
are you gonna
compete.
do? Are they? I mean, I could see the green girl just using like May to get back to Helmet Boy, and like that's it. But like, I really thought Osha's whole arc was get May, and they were both gonna be Jedi.
Yeah.
No.
We'll just flip flop.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. And I like how Osha finally like connects with May after the entire season. May's like, I'm gonna find you and arrest you because you're a bad person. And then the instant she turns bad, May's like, I'll do whatever you want to do, Osha. And Osha goes, yeah, you're gonna get brainwashed and stay with the Jedi now, and I'm gonna go train real quick. Like, I don't want to leave
you. Yeah.
The more I'm talking about this, the more I want to drop it down another grade. Like, I was like so close. Like going into this episode, I was like, this episode has the chance of me like rating it the same as Obi-Wan, like a 6. Like it was very close. I'm very curious to see what other people think of this because I haven't seen anything, obviously. The episode literally came out 3 hours ago or 4 hours ago.
I think it's going to be more on the like 1 to 2 range for most people.
Yeah, it just sucks because there's so much potential with a lot of this. Like the forest scene made me like very hyped for the next episode. Like that episode 5 was so good and I was like so ready for the next episode. And like all the witchcraft shit, like Soul killing the mom and then like killing the other mom and all of them dying was just like, that's fucking dope. Like I get it destroys the whole world you like build, but like that was a crazy scene to seeing like 35 women just drop dead.
The hive mind is just gone.
Like, yeah, I don't know.
There's gonna have to be a season 2, like no matter what.
They have to. Like it would I'd probably drop this to like a 1 out of 5 if there was no season 2. They need to build off of this.
Yeah.
You can't just end your season of a prequel to Phantom Menace, which we've been wanting for years and years and years to like figure out stuff with Darth Plagueis. And you can't just show Darth Plagueis for 5 seconds on the screen and do all this literally 8 episodes of build up just for Osha to go to the dark side and end the entire series. Like you can't do that unless they rename the series into something else because I don't know. I also wasn't paying attention. Does May still have that Acolyte thing in her head?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, where we go with the Acolyte now? Why is it called the Acolyte anymore? I don't know.
Who is the Acolyte?
Yeah,
why is the Acolyte? Like
why is the Acolyte?
There's no way. Yeah. There's no way they can drop all of these things and be like, we're not doing a season 2. Here's your 5 seconds of Plagueis. We're done. Like
literally him peeking out of a cave.
Yeah, we don't even see his full face.
I genuinely, this might be a crazy like theory. I would not be shocked in the literal slightest if they put Darth Plagueis in there after the 3rd episode came out to get people happy again.
Probably.
Like I don't see how. Because it would totally make sense because they literally only showed and then his head a little bit and that was it. Like
yeah.
And it's like a whole prequel show with no Plagueis besides the 5 seconds was shown. I just feel like that's so odd. Like I get it's like a hyper teaser for the next season because obviously he's got to be involved at that point.
He has
to be. In fact, if he's not in episode 1, why is the show even happening?
Yeah.
Like, of season 2? Like, I don't know.
It's gonna be some BS like, oh, Plagueis couldn't absorb Osha and May's life force to make himself eternal, so he's gonna impregnate some random woman on Tatooine, and that's how Anakin came crazy. To be.
You know how fucking ridiculous it'd be if May or Osha killed him?
We're saying it now, so when anything like that happens.
Or if, like he said, if Darth Plagueis impregnates someone on Tatooine. Could you imagine how fucking mad people would be? Like, it would make sense, but for 20 years we've been thinking Anakin is like
yeah.
the chosen one.
Yeah.
Nah.
It's just Plagueis.
He's just Darth Plagueis' baby. Like, what? That'd be stupid. I wouldn't know how to react to that. Man. Yeah, I don't know. Overall, I think this was a show.
Yeah, it was cool.
I just, for how many fun and like cool concepts the Acolyte brought, I just feel like they're like are just trickling it in front of our face.
Yeah.
Like, because they opened so much stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally like a Chewbacca Jedi who gets killed off screen too. He doesn't get killed on screen. I mean, I'm pretty sure Mask Dude killed him. I'm pretty sure that was implied or whatever because he showed up.
Yep.
But like, that's it. That's all we're gonna see out of that. That's such a badass fucking thing to do. And they went. The only action you're gonna see out of him is when a witch takes over his body to fight Soul and Torben. Like, that's it.
We almost got Plo Koon. We kind of got...
Yeah, me and him were so hype. We're like, no way, that's Plo Koon. And then we found out it wasn't, and then he died like 5 minutes later in real time. Mask Man just murdered him real quick.
Yeah, and Ki-Adi-Mundi, the guy with the really long head, they're apparently little cameos of him, but I didn't really pay attention to it. But it's like, that's cool.
He had like a sentence, but it must have been really early in like the first 2 episodes because I like cannot remember. But like I've seen the clip, but I'm like, I don't remember that happening for some reason.
Yeah, apparently Disney changed like the aging of his race from like, it was something like 100 years old to like 150 just so he could be in this show. And like fans are like really mad because there's like no like concrete lore anymore because Disney can do whatever they want to bend the show to their rules.
That's so odd.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I get getting mad about it, but it's like, it's one fucking character. It's not like they totally didn't introduce 2 twins that were made by the Force and... Oh, man. I really hope that Darth Plagueis didn't fuck someone on Tatooine. I really hope we're wrong about that.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll see.
Well, that was our Acolyte review. Do you have anything else to say about it?
No, not really.
I will say, I know we're doing a Marvel show ranking probably in the future, so I won't say too much about this. I think I had more fun watching this than Secret Invasion week to week. But like,
yeah, that makes sense.
It's just because there was so much new stuff that they were introducing to Star Wars. Like, we knew most of the stuff that was happening in Secret Invasion. Like, besides like the government getting infiltrated by Skrulls, like that was new.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't really like. We knew most of the shit that was happening in that. So, I mean, we didn't know Nick Fury's fucking a Skrull. I guess that was
True.
I guess that was a new thing. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna stick with a 5 out of 10 right now, so 2.5. It's like it could go either way. I'm very like annoyed right now just because we've been talking about the annoying shit, but I don't want that to take away from like this was a lot of like pretty fun action. There's a lot of cool like. I like pogged when he pulled out the little lightsaber, and like when we saw the whip, I was like, "Let's go!" Unfortunately, there was nothing else of that.
The only other person with a purple lightsaber too.
Yeah, and like, yeah, I'm not trying to get back into episode 8, but they literally teased the green girl and the masked dude. She did the whole like, and he wasn't there, and I was like, "Damn." That sucks.
Yeah, he's got like a Magneto helmet, like blocks out everyone.
It like hyper focuses on their shit, which made OSHA go fucking nuts for a second.
True. Oh well. See you in 3 years when we review Acolyte.
I hope
season
it's
2
earlier than that. There's just so much that's like unanswered. Obviously, that's how most season 1s end. Yeah. They don't answer a lot of things. I wish they answered more though. I guess that's my closing statement on the Acolyte is I'm very hype about Yoda being there. I'm very hype about Darth Plagueis being there. I'm not hype about Osha killing souls. I'm not happy about the green girl blaming everything on Soul. That I was sitting there like actually getting like super pissed off. Like I was like, are you kidding me? Like that's scummy as fuck.
Yep. I'm curious to see how this is gonna resolve, but I don't want to wait.
Ideally, she goes to jail. Because even this main chancellor was like, you're scummy as hell.
Yeah.
And she was like, I recommend you leave now. And he was like, I told on you, right? Like, so you better figure this out now.
Yeah.
And her solution to being told on was blame everything on one of her best friends.
Like, if that's not corruption, what is?
Yep. All right. Thank you guys for watching this review. Let us know how you like the Acolyte.
Yep.
If you have not watched it, I guess watch it.
Go watch it now.
Yeah, all 8 episodes are out.
Disney Plus.
Yep. There's a lot of fun stuff. There's a lot of very questionable things, but I would still recommend watching the Acolyte. It's something different, I suppose. So
it's canon, like
yeah, it's not like some offshoot. I mean, Disney can always come back on their always come back on their word and say that it's not canon in 5 years, which is a very Disney thing to do. But for now it's canon. So we're just gonna have to deal with it. Hopefully Acolyte season 2 gets confirmed soon so we can get some answers. Cause like, yeah, I can go on about how like, I just really don't like the fact that we're supposed to connect with 2 Sith people. Like May and Osha at the end were like hugging and crying each other. Very like, I'm so sorry I didn't listen to you, da 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 da. And it's like, I get Soul's not the best person for killing the mom.
Yeah.
But like, we've been following Soul and Osha this entire show. And you mean to tell me when Osha turns to the dark side and kills him that we're supposed to relate with her and feel bad for them? I don't.
It's like she completed what May was supposed to do by killing a Jedi without using a weapon.
Yeah, so they pretty much just shit on May and then wiped her. Like system wiped her ass.
May sucks, become an 8-year-old again.
Yeah.
But also nothing before that.
Okay, all right. Thank you guys for watching. Go check out the Acolyte. Disney, I'm sorry. I still love you, Disney, but you do some very questionable things with Star Wars.
Season 2 better be a banger.
I'm just hoping for more Darth Plagueis. Anyways, goodbye.
Bye.